Hey guys, it's me coming in. I was scrolling through Instagram earlier, and I came across one of the creators that I follow that was on TikTok, and she's posting on Instagram as well. And she was touching up on how her and her significant other do things differently when one of them is sick. And I was like, yeah, I haven't really heard too much about that. So, with me being chronically ill, chronic pain, you know, when I start getting sick, me and hubby limit our touching, you know, and same with him, you know. I will start using all of my tools, you know, keeping tissue close, darn, and we would start disinfecting things throughout the day. I will eat more soups and drink more healthier liquids, water with sweet tea mixture. You know, my hubby, on the other hand, he'll pretty much sleep most of the time. Like I said, we limit our physical contact. So, yeah. Otherwise, we just take care of each other whenever we can. So, like, let's say I'm sick, he'll do most of the work with puppers, take them outside, feed them, you know, make sure if I'm sleeping to keep him occupied so I can get some rest, and vice versa. So, yeah, it's not always perfect looking or anything like that, but yeah, it's what we do. Yeah, we also, well, I will go see a doctor just to make sure it's nothing too serious, because I've had illnesses hit me, like back to back to back bronchitis that turned into whooping cough, that turned into my asthma. So, yeah, I just do that to make sure it's just a cold, or if it's just allergies, you know, that it is what it is and nothing worsening. So, hubby, on the other hand, like I said, he just sleeps. Doesn't really take any medications or anything, just sleeps in tissue. So, he will drink some burners if his throat's bothering him, and ginger tea or ginger water if his stomach is upset. So, yeah. So, that's what we do. So, and also, when I get sick, it takes longer for me to recover because I have so many different other illnesses and conditions that when one thing is out of whack, it throws the whole system of me out of whack. So, something that could last 1 or 2 days for someone will last 1 to 2 weeks for me. And then the recovery time would be an extra 1 to 2 weeks to months. So, like with my bronchitis, when I had that, I had a bout of it, and then it took me 6 months to start recovering from it. And then as I was recovering, I got it again. And then I did the same thing again. And I've had bronchitis about 5 times. So, yeah. And each time my asthma got worse. So, yeah. And it will take, like I said, it takes me longer to recover from illnesses. So, yeah. Because when I had the back to back to back of bronchitis for 3 years, I was eating nothing but soups and drinking nothing but water and Sprites because those were the only things I could keep down and that I could eat without choking. So, yeah. So if you or someone you know deals with chronic conditions, illnesses, keep that in mind, that whatever you are dealing with, if you have none of these chronic conditions, is worse for someone who does. Think of it like this. Your experiences would equal a splinter or a paper cut, as to where someone like me, it would be, I've used this before, like the iceberg that took down the Titanic, where you see part of it, but underneath, you know, it's, yeah. And it's difficult for us to function daily, just normally. So when we are sick or flaring or both, it's a lot worse. So, because we are constantly fighting our body just to sweep the floor or take the dog outside or make a sandwich or anything and everything. So, yeah. So, if you are someone who doesn't have chronic illnesses or conditions, whatever you can do to help someone that does is way more worth it to that person, because they can't function like they normally would. So, yeah. So if they're sick or not feeling good or getting worse, and you see them struggling, tell them, hey, go sit down, go lay down, get some rest. I got it from here. And believe me, that person, yeah. 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 So, but, yes. And if you made it this far in the video, I probably am going to be doing a lot more on chronic illnesses and conditions. So if you have any questions or concerns or situations that you would like me to try to cover or answer, just leave them down in the comments. So, and I'll try to do what I can to get you answers. So, because this is what I was supposed to be doing on TikTok, but it didn't happen like that. So, yeah. So, yeah. So I'm gonna try to make this my channel here about my day-to-day stuff, as well as chronic illnesses and conditions, that especially ones that I'm dealing with. So, yeah. Well, alright guys, it is 11:13 at night, so I'm going to end the video here, and I will see you guys later.